Hey guys, look, I know how pressed we all are for time in our lives. I feel it's my responsibility to set you up to be able to get the best results in the least amount of time for your workouts. Now, the answer to that for your cardio training is called interval training. Now, most recently, it's been given a title that you may recognize or have heard before, HIIT. This stands for High Intensity Interval Training. Now, don't worry. The high part of that is relative. It's all based on your level of fitness and experience. Look, intervals have been used effectively by athletes, especially runners, for decades. Up until fairly recently, they were considered to be something only used by super ultra fit people or like world-class athletes training for like the Olympics. In actuality, there's no reason for that. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's for everyone. And it's absolutely the most effective and efficient training system for your cardiorespiratory fitness. Here it is in a nutshell. All you got to do is vary the intensity of your workout during your workout in hard efforts and easy efforts, multiple times, back and forth. It looks like this on a graph. Here's your heart rate, here's time, hard, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy. Now, most people don't incorporate intervals in their training when they go for a run or a walk or any kind of a workout. They head out and they maintain a consistent, moderate pace. That looks something like this. They move up, they go across, and then they come back down when they're done. Now, there are a couple possible reasons for this. One is that they might not know about intervals. Totally understandable. But the other reason, they've tried it before. They've realized that it's hard. It's uncomfortable. They might even be slightly afraid. Yes, intervals can be hard. However, they don't have to be. Look, they take experimentation, practice. They take experience. It's up to you to make them work for you. If you've never done intervals before, make your hard efforts just a little harder than normal. Experiment. Try it out. You might actually surprise yourself. Also remember that any advice that we give here, it's not prescriptive. If you're nervous at all about any of this, you should definitely consult with your doctor first. Okay. It's an interesting side note I was thinking about when I was preparing this. Isn't it interesting that we've also found the same interval-like pattern to be effective when developing the 7 daily habits over time with a whole life challenge? 6 weeks of intensity on and 6 weeks of easy, which is off the whole life challenge. That's just a side note. Back to the point. Look, there are many ways to modify the intensity in an interval workout, and I'm going to talk about each of these here so that you can better incorporate them into what you're trying out at home. I'm also going to give you some great examples, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. Now, it's important to remember that there's no one right formula for this. It all depends on how much time you've got and what you're willing to do that day, your desire, what you're training for, and whether you're seeing the results from the intervals that you are doing. The universal applicable factor for all HIIT or interval workouts, they must contain a hard effort, harder the better, followed by an easy effort, repeated. Everything else can basically be varied. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about the different variables you can adjust in the intervals. Number 1, speed. How fast are you going? This could be the speed at which you're walking, running, the cadence of your pedaling on your bike, or the speed at which your bike or rowing ergometer or elliptical trainer is moving. Could also be the speed at which you're doing the reps of bodyweight calisthenics. You can do like burpees, very effectively with interval training, or possibly even the cable machines at the gym. Okay, so that's speed. Let's talk about the next one is resistance. How much effort are you feeling against you? In a treadmill or running outside, it might be running up a hill. On a bike, it might be increasing the level of the bike. The third one is heart rate. Now, heart rate is something that you're measuring inside of you, and it's affected both by speed and resistance. It's a measure of your effort. Now, it's a great idea to get an idea of what different heart rates feel like for you. Like, what's your heart rate when you're going at an easy pace, a moderate pace, or a fast/hard pace. Once you know this, you can start to use your heart rate as a measure of intensity. One thing to note, you can really only use this effectively if you're wearing a reliable heart rate monitor, which is usually one that means that the one that you're wearing with a chest strap. Now, the next three variables have to do with the workout. And honestly, it really depends on what you have time for. So you've got the duration of rest, the duration of the effort, and then the duration of the total workout. Here's some rules to live by. Number one, generally speaking, the longer the effort, the more difficult it is to maintain a hard pace. So if you're just getting started with interval training, it's a good idea to start with shorter intervals, like 15 or 30 seconds. And remember, hard is all relative. Number two, it's important to feel recovered between hard efforts, or at least partially recovered. Again, if you're just getting going with intervals, you want to use a rule like 2 to 3 times the length of your hard interval you want for recovery. So if you go hard for 30 seconds, you want your recovery to be 60 to 90 seconds. Of course, the speed of your interval, how hard you're going, will partly depend on how much time it takes you to recover. Okay, the third thing is the number of intervals you do in a given workout is governed by how much time you've got. There's no wrong number. Heck, try one. Have fun with it. Experiment. Try out different things. Now, I'm going to set the stage with a couple real world examples. I'll also put more of these in the blog posts so you can experiment on your own. But experiment with them. Try them out. Play with them. Your goal should be to get in at least one of these interval workouts a week. But even better would be 2 or 3. Every interval workout should start with a warm-up and end with a cool-down. So available time is definitely a factor. But remember, I'm going to show you right now a 10-minute workout with intervals you've definitely got time for. Also remember that the bigger the differential between your hard effort and your recovery or your easy effort, the better. Work yourself up to getting comfortable being uncomfortable so that when it's time to go hard, you can go hard. All right, so here's workout number 1. It's a 10-minute workout. You're going to start with a 1-minute warm-up, and then you're going to do 10 rounds, 10 cycles of 15 seconds hard, followed by 30 seconds of easy. 15 seconds of hard, 30 seconds of easy. That's a 45-second period in the middle, and then you're going to end with a 1-minute cool down. Pretty simple, right? Look, if that's too many, then add more warm-up, add more cool down, and do 5 in the middle. Try it out. You gotta experiment. All right, and here's another example of a workout. Again, it's a 10-minute workout. Now, these intervals are going to be a little bit longer. So it's a 2-minute warm-up, and you're going to do this middle part 3 times. 1 minute hard, 2 minutes easy. Hey, if the 2 minutes of easy feels too long for you, maybe do 1 minute of hard and a minute 30 of easy, or a minute hard and a minute of easy. Remember, your goal over time is to make the differential big in your interval workout and to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable and learning how to navigate these waters yourself. And I highly recommend a heart rate monitor. All right, that's enough. It's time for you to get out and hit the road. Have a great workout. Have a great week. Try to get in at least 1 interval workout this week, and let me know how it goes. Hit me up in comments. Tell me about your workouts. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. All right, guys. We'll see ya.